things have just gotten even crazier in the Bronx with rumors that the New York Yankees could very well be in a bidding war for the Rays' starting third baseman, Isaac Paredes, and they could be in this bidding war with the Dodgers. We're going to get into this report and what it means and if we can score Paredes, all in this video. But first, welcome to Yankees Digest. I'm your host, Gabby Gordon, and if you are among the 93% not currently subscribed, we are on the road to 1K. We are so close. Hit that subscribe button right now. Be a part of the OG Yankees Digest subscribers. We appreciate every single one of you. There is no time to waste, though. Let's get straight down to business. Here is the report on Talkin' Yanks on X. Quote, the Yankees are in a bidding war with the Dodgers in attempt to trade for all-star third baseman Isaac Paredes. And this is courtesy of Bob Nightengale. Now, how accurate is Bob Nightengale? Well, we know his history and certain things, and we also know the history of reports that we heard yesterday that didn't actually come to fruition, like the possibility of a Fairbanks trade that was seemingly already happening, according to Randy J. Miller, and then it didn't happen. So take this with a grain of salt, but this report has been confirmed by other outlets as well that they are in a bidding war with the Dodgers in an attempt to trade for Isaac Paredes. As we know, he is their third baseman for the Tampa Bay Rays. He's having a great year. He's an all-star, and he's consistent, not striking offensive stats, but he gets the job done. And let's just take a look at these stats while we're at it. Isaac Paredes, 25. He is young. Remember this. A lot of people think he's older than he is. He's only 25 years old. He's 5'11", and he's having a great year. 16 home runs, 55 RBIs. His on-base percentage is .355, so not as high as one would hope potentially. But look, he gets it done for his position and what he needs to do and what he's asked upon for the Rays. He gets it done. 361 at-bats. He's got 89 hits, so his average is just about average if we're looking at the batting average stat. But other than that, he has the ability to play first. He has the ability to play third, both of which are positions that the Yankees are struggling with. And they're struggling predominantly because of one man. And anything at this rate can be better than this. Anything can be better than what DJ LeMahieu has put out there. And it's honestly time to part ways with the guy. And I hate to say it, but he's 36. He's just not going to have that same moxie and that same ability that he had when he was a batting champion. It doesn't seem likely at all at this point. I feel like he's past his prime, and no disrespect to DJ LeMahieu whatsoever, because he's a great guy and I've loved him on the Yankees, but you can't just keep sitting here and watching him do the same thing over and over again and just kill rallies. And granted, he's a great fielder, and I give that to him, but other than that, he can't do anything offensively. He really can't, and I really do think the Yankees have come across the time where it is time to part ways and waive him. And again, I hate to say it because I love DJ, but anything is better than what DJ LeMahieu has put out there. So let's take a closer look at some of what the talk has been around Isaac Paredes. I found this, I came across this, and I really find this interesting. This is his 2024 MLB percentile rankings. Now, usually you look at this and you're seeing a lot of blue here, and blue stands for he's kind of below average with a lot of these batting stats. But the ones that stick out to me most are honestly some of the ones that the Yankees need most. And his walk percentage is way above average at 91, the 91st percentile. He's getting on base, and I love that. His batting run value is up there as well in the great category. What's not so great is his whiff percentage. Of course, he is striking out a lot of the time. He chases at a lot of balls. That's a little bit above average as well. And his strikeouts are above average. He doesn't have the most insane power at the plate either. However, he is finding ways to get on base. And when you can work a count, look, the Yankees have trouble doing that. They just acquired Jazz Chisholm Jr. Hopefully he will be the starting second baseman, and I would hope the leadoff hitter to kind of try it out. We may even see him in a lineup very shortly, so I am looking out for that. But if you look at these MLB percentile rankings, this is a piece of the Yankees that, look, anything at this point is better than the current stat and the current situation that you have at third base and offensively. And Paredes is a good hitter when he's on, and he's, again, as I mentioned, an all-star. So ride with it as much as you can. The other option here that you're working with at third base is this guy, And this, to me, still does not do it, doesn't cut it, right? He can play third. He made a great play last night, really nice play. And occasionally he gets the job done offensively. He's a great fielder, but you're looking at the rest of this, like, he's young, he's 25, there's a lot of room for improvement, and I think Cabrera could be a really great Yankee and a great player. I just don't think he's an everyday starter, and he hasn't been an everyday starter, but you look at this, and it's like 6 home runs, his on-base percentage is in the 290s, right? So that's low. He's not getting on base a lot. He's only got 58 hits and 236 at-bats, and he doesn't really work the count. He's got 15 walks, so I'm looking at this, and I'm saying this is not a consistent offensive player. He's a pretty consistent defensive player, and he makes the plays that need to be made at third, so I give that to him. And he's also able to play in the outfield as well, so he's got that versatility. But this just doesn't cut it for me as an everyday type of third baseman that's going to get you to a World Series. And again, we're looking at Isaac Paredes, and it's like a lot of these things are attractive statistically, and I'm saying pull the plug on it, not pull the plug on it, but I'm saying, like, push the plug into it, like, make it happen, because things need to happen at this point for the Yankees. And I love the Chisholm trade, and I talked about that in the last video, and now that there's reports about Paredes, I know a lot of you guys are very high on Isaac Paredes, more so over the chance of getting Fairbanks as a pitcher. So I like this. I think it could be interesting. If we look at his 2023 statistics, we know what he's capable of. Obviously, last year, no one reads yesterday's newspaper. That's a saying that I always go by. So you can't really base these stats off of the current trajectory of what he's been doing this year. But with the Rays last season, he was a top 5 third baseman and pretty consistent with it as well. 31 home runs, that ranked 5th. RBIs, he ranked 3rd. OPS plus, he was ranked 1st among all of the MLB third basemen out there. All of these stats were within the top 5. So you can obviously see what this guy is capable of. This was his all-star season, and if this can translate in pinstripes, I don't know why you wouldn't do this. I don't know why you wouldn't do it anyway. The trade deadline is all about taking chances, and sometimes those chances will win you a World Series, and then you can put together that World Series team, and I think that this is really no exception. I think you have to go after a guy who is capable of these stats, and maybe he hasn't been producing those exact stats this year right now, but he's capable of it, and I love that as a fan, and just as analyzing his line of statistics through his career. I say absolutely go after it. What is there to lose? His last few games as of late haven't been the most exciting, and in fact his last 5 games he's been pretty cold offensively, but change of scenery can change all of that, and not every guy is going to have it 24/7, and we know that, and we've seen it with our own lineup on the offense with the Yankees. So I don't think that's meant to deter anybody from a potential Isaac Paredes trade. I think looking at his 2023 stat line, it should fire you up that he is capable of doing that. Now, with that being said, we also know what DJ LeMahieu is capable of, and he just hasn't capitalized on that, and I don't think he ever will again. But Isaac Paredes is not 36 like DJ is. He's 25. He's fairly new to this league, and he's got confidence, and he's got that ability to just go out there and do his thing, and we've seen him light up the Yankees many times. And if that means we don't have to play against him anymore because he's on our lineup lighting up other teams, I'm all for it. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. Do you want Isaac Paredes? The real question here, though, is what are the Yankees going to have to give up to get him? Because we know the Dodgers like to spend money, and the Dodgers spend a lot of money. Now, the Dodgers also are in need of a guy like Isaac Paredes, but the Yankees, in my opinion, need him more. And so what is Cashman willing to give up? Is this going to include like a prospect like Spencer Jones with a very high value like that? What are the Rays asking for here? We know the Rays can be greedy, and we know that the Dodgers will spend a lot. So hello, Yamamoto, right? So we know that's the case. What are you willing, if you are the GM, to give up for this guy? And what are you not willing to give up? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to absolutely hear your point of view here. But with all that being said, that is going to wrap up this episode of Yankees Digest. Get the deal done. I know I say this at the end of every video, but I truly do think Paredes can have the power in Yankee Stadium, and not even just Yankee Stadium, but just the power in general in pinstripes. Playing in New York is a special type of gig for a lot of these guys, and sometimes it brings out the best in them. And we could see it with Soto, who's having an incredible year, and he's just an absolute batting legend and one of the best hitters in the game, matched up with probably the best hitter in the game, and Aaron Judge. Not probably, he is. You can put together Chisholm, Paredes, Judge, and Soto. You've got 4 guys who can consistently make things happen, and I think you can put together a pretty nice roster. So what is Cashman going to give up? Is he not going to give up enough? Is he going to be cheap with this one? I have no idea, but we're going to follow these reports. So this has been Yankees Digest. Hit that subscribe button right now so that you never miss a beat, because my guess is that we're going to hear something within the next day or so, maybe even today. I may see you again today. So my name has been Gabby Gordon. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one.